Alright, here's Paul. So, relaxed upper body, that looks good. There's no sway, your torso is not swaying back and forth. Your legs are tracking, pretty straight to very straight. There's just a slight bit in kick as your foot comes back. That's only a problem if when you get fatigued, if your foot hits your leg while you're running. Here, get a slight lean forward. I know that was all quick to see, so here's the slow-mo version. Slight lean forward, that's good. Good knee lift and a pretty good kickoff. Sometimes it looks to me like your lean might originate like from your hips. So you want the lean to incorporate your whole body, where it's like your entire body is tilted forward just slightly, as opposed to leaning forward at the hips. With the landing, the foot landing, you do land heel first, which is fine, and you're not overstriding. You're right up to the limit of where you would want your ankle and knee to be as the pressure comes down. So see how your leg is kind of like almost straightened out there. So you get a lot of pressure, up through the leg as your foot comes down like that. But you're not putting full pressure on until right there. So that's acceptable. Just be aware that you might have a propensity to slightly overstride if and when you get tired. All the other mechanics look good. One other thing to be aware of is head position. When you're running, you don't want to look at the horizon. You want to look more like 10 to 20 feet down at the ground. So that'll aid the lean forward, as well as not have you tilt backwards on your feet. The arms I don't see a problem with. And here you get a kind of view of the lean where it seems to be originating at the hip or the lower back. So just something to think about. Working on stride rate, doing things like high knees, strides themselves, and butt kicks will all be very helpful drills. So here's where your heel touches first, fine, then the pressure starts to come down. I would make a slight argument that trying to work on some midfoot strikes or midfoot landing may be beneficial to you, or at least it's a thought. But really what you're trying to do is, as the foot's coming down, you might be bringing it back slightly. A paw back is what they call it, and that'll just help with the landing. But all in all, good marks. Yeah, and that's same on that foot, right? But the full pressure, you're not overstriding. You just may have a propensity to, if you become fatigued. So here, what you look for: does the knee roll out as you're going through the stride? Does the knee roll in on the kick up or the hip lift? And you're not having any of that. Your legs are pretty much in a straight line. You can see, the bottom of your foot from this angle. It's acceptable. It's something to think about. Arms look comfortable. You're not crossing your midline. There's no back and forth sway from your torso, anything like that. Yeah, so things to think about. Try to, maybe a little bit of midfoot landing, work on a total body lean, and looking at the pavement rather than the horizon. I hope that helps.